and welcome to a new episode of IT Conversations. My name is Johan van Amersfoort, and today we're going to talk about VMworld. Together with me is a special guest. It's my colleague Ruurd Keizer. Ruurd, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Ruurd, we're going to talk about the partnership between VMware and NVIDIA. Last year, VMware announced Project Monterey, and we recorded a video during last VMworld around the announcement. A couple of weeks ago, NVIDIA announced their AI enterprise solution. And from a VMware perspective, I think the VMware Tanzu platform is a key feature to enable ML apps on vSphere. Now, let's talk about Tanzu first. Could you explain the viewers what VMware Tanzu is?
Boy, I could explain for an hour what Tanzu is, but let's very basically, it's a portfolio of technology and software that allows you and organizations in general to work in a more DevOps kind of way. So that allows developers to have much more autonomy in the way they bring apps to production. They develop apps a more faster path to production, and it enables a mode in which IT provides and app dev consumes. And it addresses a lot of challenges that we have had over the years in the classic dev versus ops clash, stuff like that. So in there is technology like containerization and infrastructure as code in the form of Kubernetes, and that gets everything into motion.
So one of the interesting things that you just mentioned is that Tanzu kind of bridges the gap between IT and developers, right? Mm-hmm. Now, the migration towards a cloud-native application for developers has a lot of parallels, I think, with the implementation or the migration of machine learning apps and AI apps towards a similar platform. Now, I can imagine that the implementation of just the technology is not sufficient, right? The technology can enable those applications to get the most out of a platform. But what do customers need to consider before moving their ML apps towards such a platform?
Yeah, great question. Because as part of the whole DevOps movement, we shifted a lot left. So that means that we have given a lot of responsibilities to the developers or the application developers that originally belonged into the operations realm. That means that developers also have to become more mature in how they consider their application deployment and path to production. It's just not just developing some piece of code on your laptop and handing it over to the IT department. So you have to consider things like security, reliability, how it's going to run. And to do all of that, typically what you do is you set up everything into a complete automated platform like a CI/CD pipeline, and you skip all the manual actions. So it's all pipelined into production, and that gives you the confidence that it's going to be running into production in a good way. And I think that is the same movement we see on the AI and ML side. Right now, we see a lot of data scientists that are developing some Juniper notebooks or machine learning applications on their laptop. And I think, well, that's it. Now I'm done if I want to run this in production. And also there, we have to go through the same way of working kind of changes. How am I going to put this workload into production in a good way to be safe, be reliable, but also leverage really the capabilities of the cloud in the best way possible?
Right. Well, I think that's a great answer. And to basically sum up, vSphere can now enable us to use accelerators to basically run any type of workload. Tanzu will enable us to run those workloads in a cloud-native manner. And the integration with NVIDIA AI Enterprise can enable us to use GPU-enabled containers and GPU-enabled or accelerator-enabled applications to run on that same platform. And I think what you just mentioned is that we can help customers to not just build the stack, but also help them to migrate their applications towards the platform.
Yeah.
Because that's probably where the biggest challenge lies. It's not building that stack, it's migrating that application.
Yeah, and helping them with this new way of working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, well, thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions around Project Monterey, the VMware stack, or NVIDIA AI Enterprise, please reach out to us. For now, thanks so much for watching, and we'll definitely see you next time.